I wanted to become a millionaire in 2025, the very first thing I would do is completely transform the way I think about money and success. You see, no matter how great the opportunities or strategies are, without the right mindset, none of it truly sticks or works long-term. The millionaire mindset isn't just about dreaming big. It's about rewiring your thoughts, habits, and daily actions to align with the reality you want to create. It's about building a mental foundation strong enough to carry you through setbacks, doubts, and the inevitable challenges that come with pursuing big goals. Changing your mindset isn't something that happens overnight, but the good news is that it can be accelerated with intentional effort. I'd start by identifying the limiting beliefs that hold most people back. Things like, money is hard to make, I don't deserve wealth, or rich people are lucky or unethical. These are stories we tell ourselves, often unconsciously, and they keep us stuck in a cycle of scarcity and fear. To break free, I'd make a habit of challenging those thoughts every time they arise. Instead of accepting, I can't do this, I'd ask myself, what evidence do I have for that? What can I learn from this challenge? This simple shift from self-doubt to curiosity opens up space for growth. Daily routines play a huge role in shaping mindset. I would build a consistent practice of visualization, spending a few minutes every day vividly imagining myself already living the millionaire life. Not just the money, but the freedom, the choices, the impact. This mental rehearsal programs my brain to recognize opportunities aligned with that vision. Alongside visualization, I'd use affirmations to reinforce empowering beliefs like, I am worthy of success, or I attract wealth through value and action. It may sound simple, even a bit cliché, but the repetition rewires the subconscious mind and builds confidence. Equally important is setting clear goals that are specific, measurable, and time-bound. Vague desires like, I want to be rich, don't have the power to focus your energy. But committing to something like, I will earn my first $1 million by December 2025, turns dreams into deadlines. With a deadline, your brain begins to prioritize tasks differently, filter distractions, and create a sense of urgency. I'd break that big goal into smaller monthly or weekly milestones, celebrating each step forward to maintain momentum and motivation. Another vital aspect is cultivating resilience. The journey to wealth is never a straight line. There will be failures, mistakes, and moments of doubt. A millionaire mindset embraces these as learning experiences rather than reasons to quit. I'd train myself to bounce back quickly by reframing setbacks, asking what can this teach me or how can I adjust my approach. This mental toughness builds over time and becomes a self-reinforcing habit. Surrounding myself with positivity and success is something I'd never overlook. I would carefully choose the people I spend time with, mentors, peers, and friends who inspire me, push me to grow, and support my ambitions. Being around others who have a strong growth mindset helps to normalize high achievement and shields me from negativity or doubt. I'd also consume content that feeds my mindset daily. Books, podcasts, videos that challenge me, expand my thinking, and keep me focused on abundance. Finally, I'd practice gratitude relentlessly. Might seem counterintuitive when you're striving for more, but appreciating what you already have creates a positive feedback loop in the brain. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to plenty, fueling motivation instead of anxiety. Each morning, I'd take a moment to list things I'm thankful for, from small wins to health and relationships. This mindset doesn't just make the journey enjoyable, it attracts more reasons to be grateful. All these mindset shifts are the unseen groundwork that makes the rest of the millionaire blueprint possible. Without this mental foundation, even the best financial strategies falter. But once your thoughts, habits, and daily actions align with your millionaire vision, you become unstoppable. That's why, if I were to start the journey to becoming a millionaire in 2025, transforming my mindset would be my first and most important step. Once the mindset is set and tuned to millionaire frequency, the next step I would take on the path to becoming a millionaire in 2025 is to create multiple streams of income, because relying on just one source simply isn't enough anymore. The world is changing faster than ever, and the traditional one job, one paycheck approach leaves too much risk and too little upside. To build real wealth, especially in a short time frame like a couple of years, you need several income engines running at once, each contributing to your financial growth. Different ways. I'd begin by focusing on active income, the money you earn directly through your skills and time. This could be a job, freelancing, consulting, or a business where you trade your expertise for cash. But here's the key. I wouldn't settle for just any active income. I'd invest in learning and mastering high-value skills that are in demand today and projected to grow in the near future. Digital marketing, coding, sales, content creation, financial investing, these are areas where skill meets opportunity. By becoming really good at something valuable, I'd ensure that my active income is strong and scalable. But active income alone can only get you so far because it's limited by the hours in a day. That's why I'd immediately start building passive or semi-passive income streams in parallel, sources of money that keep flowing in with less direct daily effort. These could include investing in stocks, real estate, or cryptocurrencies, or starting digital businesses like affiliate marketing, dropshipping, or creating online courses. The beauty of these streams is that once set up, they can generate returns continuously and often grow exponentially. An important part of this strategy would be focusing on industries and niches with explosive growth potential. For instance, the AI revolution is transforming countless sectors, creating new business models and investment opportunities. I'd explore how to leverage AI tools to automate parts of my business or create new products and services. E-commerce is another booming space, especially with global online shopping trends accelerating every year. Even sustainable or green businesses are gaining momentum as consumer preferences shift toward more ethical options. Picking the right niches gives you an edge and increases the likelihood that your income streams grow quickly. Diversification is critical, not just spreading money across different stocks or assets, but diversifying income types. I'd make sure I'm not overly dependent on any single channel. If one slows down or disappears, others will keep working for me. This also means balancing risk. Some streams might be more stable but slower growing, like rental income from property, while others could be riskier but with huge upside potential, like investing in early-stage startups or cryptocurrencies. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting too long to start these additional income streams. I'd begin immediately, even if it's just a small side hustle or micro-investment. The power of compounding means the earlier you start, the more those streams can grow over time. For example, investing a modest amount monthly into a diversified portfolio can snowball into a sizable nest egg in just a few years. Similarly, launching a simple digital product or freelancing gig today can build momentum, brand authority, and recurring revenue for the future. Alongside building income streams, I'd also prioritize developing systems that allow these to run efficiently with minimal ongoing input. Automation tools, outsourcing, and smart workflows are essential here. For example, using AI-powered marketing software to generate leads, hiring virtual assistants for administrative tasks, or setting up automatic investment plans to keep growing your portfolio. The goal is to maximize income while freeing up your time to focus on growth and new opportunities. At the same time, I'd keep a sharp eye on cash flow management. It's not just about making money, but managing it wisely. Tracking where every dollar comes from and where it goes, reinvesting profits intelligently, and avoiding unnecessary expenses. Some income streams require upfront investment, and knowing how much to put in without overextending is crucial. I'd create a clear budget and allocate resources to the most promising ventures, adjusting based on performance data. Networking and learning from others also play a big role in building diverse income streams. I'd connect with entrepreneurs, investors, and experts in various fields to understand emerging trends, avoid common pitfalls, and potentially collaborate or co-invest. This kind of relationship building often leads to opportunities you wouldn't find alone. Finally, I'd keep experimenting and adapting. The world of business and investing is dynamic. What works today might not work tomorrow, and new opportunities will continuously emerge. Being flexible and willing to pivot ensures that my income streams stay relevant and profitable. By combining a strong active income foundation with smart passive income ventures across fast-growing industries, supported by automation and solid financial management, I'd create a resilient and accelerating financial engine. This diversified approach not only maximizes earning potential, but also builds long-term wealth stability. And that's why, after setting my mindset, building multiple income streams would be the second critical pillar of my Millionaire blueprint for 2025. Once you've set your mindset and started building multiple income streams, the next step I'd focus on is developing marketable skills and leveraging your network. This is where you really start to unlock your personal and professional potential, because skills are the currency of today's economy, and relationships are the gateways to opportunities. Without both, even the best ideas or money strategies can stall. When I think about becoming a millionaire in a relatively short time, like by 2025, I know that simply hoping for luck or passive income to carry me won't be enough. I have to become someone who offers undeniable value in the marketplace, someone with skills that are in high demand, and that can open doors to better jobs, clients, partnerships, or investment opportunities. The most valuable skills today tend to be those that intersect with technology, communication, and sales, because every business, big or small, needs these to thrive. So I'd begin by identifying which skills have the highest demand and best growth potential aligned with emerging trends. Digital marketing is huge because companies need experts who can navigate online platforms, create compelling content, and convert viewers into customers. Coding and software development remain evergreen, skills with massive opportunities as every industry digitizes. Sales and negotiation skills are incredibly powerful too. They directly affect how much money you can bring in, whether you're selling a product, yourself, or a business idea. And financial literacy is another must-have skill. Knowing how to analyze investments, read balance sheets, and understand cash flow gives you an edge in growing and protecting wealth. Investing time and sometimes money into education is not optional here. I'd enroll in courses, attend workshops, watch tutorials, and read extensively to gain deep knowledge and practical experience. But it's not just about consuming information. I'd make a point to practice consistently, building small projects, freelancing, or volunteering to apply what I learn. Real-world experience is the fastest way to become confident and marketable. Along with honing my skills, I'd focus on building a strong network. Networking isn't just about collecting contacts. It's about forming genuine relationships where value flows both ways. I'd look for mentors who have already walked the path, people who can provide guidance, open doors, or introduce me to the right circles. I'd attend industry events, join online communities, and engage meaningfully on social platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, or even niche forums where professionals hang out. Being active and contributing thoughtful insights helps you stand out and build credibility. Your network also includes peers and collaborators who can push you to improve or partner with you on projects. Sometimes the people you know can become clients, investors, or business partners. I'd make it a habit to nurture these relationships regularly, whether through messages, meetings, or sharing helpful resources, because opportunities often come from ongoing connections, not one-off interactions. Personal branding ties closely into skills and networking. In today's digital age, how you present yourself online can greatly influence your success. I'd work on creating a consistent and authentic personal brand that reflects my expertise, values, and goals. This might mean starting a blog, creating content on YouTube or TikTok, or sharing my journey on social media. A strong personal brand attracts opportunities, clients, and followers, building social proof that helps me command higher rates or bigger deals. One often overlooked but crucial skill is communication, both written and verbal. Being able to clearly explain your ideas, pitch your services, or negotiate effectively can dramatically change the trajectory of your career. I'd invest time in practicing presentations, storytelling, and active listening. These skills build trust and make people want to work with you or support your ventures. In addition, I'd pay attention to emerging technologies and trends that could reshape industries so I can adapt and stay ahead. For example, AI tools are becoming indispensable for productivity, marketing, and innovation. Learning how to use these tools not only enhances my skill set, but also creates new business possibilities. As I develop my skills and grow my network, I'd always be looking for ways to leverage both simultaneously. For instance, if I learn a new marketing strategy, I might offer to help someone in my network apply it, gaining experience and strengthening that relationship. Or I might partner with others on projects where we combine complementary skills to create something bigger and more valuable than what we could do alone. Moreover, I'd embrace a mindset of continuous learning and adaptability. The world changes fast, and skills that are hot today might become outdated in a few years. Staying curious and open to new knowledge means I'm always prepared to pivot or expand my expertise to meet market demands. Ultimately, developing marketable skills and strong network doesn't just open doors. It builds the foundation for sustainable growth. Skills create value you can sell. Networks create access to opportunities and resources. When combined, they multiply your chances of success exponentially. That's why this step is a non-negotiable part of the Millionaire blueprint I'd follow. To reach my financial goals by 2025, after setting my mindset, building multiple income streams, and developing valuable skills while growing my network, the final crucial step I'd focus on is executing a clear, time-bound financial plan with accountability. Having a vision and strategies is one thing, but without a disciplined plan to manage money, track progress, and stay accountable, those dreams often remain just that, dreams. The plan is what turns ideas into measurable results, and accountability is the engine that keeps the plan alive and moving forward. I would start by setting very concrete financial goals. Not vague ideas like I want to be rich, but precise targets such as I will save $50,000 by December 2024, or I will generate $10,000 in monthly passive income by mid-2025. Having these specific numbers and deadlines does two key things. First, it creates clarity and focus. You know exactly what you're working toward. Second, it activates a psychological urgency that pushes you to prioritize actions that move the needle, while cutting out distractions that don't. Breaking down big goals into smaller, manageable milestones is essential. For instance, if my target is to save $50,000 in a year, I'd calculate what that means monthly and weekly. This helps prevent overwhelm and allows me to celebrate small wins that keep motivation high. I'd also create a timeline, mapping out when certain income streams should start contributing and when investments need to grow. Visualizing this journey as a series of achievable steps rather than a distant finish line makes the process more manageable and inspiring. Tracking my cash flow is a fundamental habit I develop early on. Every dollar coming in and going out should be accounted for with discipline. This means using budgeting tools or simple spreadsheets to monitor income, expenses, savings, and investments. Knowing exactly where my money goes helps me identify leaks, those unnecessary subscriptions or impulse purchases, and areas where I can optimize. It also helps me allocate funds strategically toward opportunities with the highest return, like scaling a business or reinvesting dividends. Saving aggressively is part of this equation, but it's not about depriving myself, it's about smart prioritization. I'd adopt the mindset of paying myself first, setting aside a fixed percentage of income for savings and investments before handling other expenses. Automating this process through direct transfers ensures consistency and removes the temptation to spend what I should be saving. At the same time, I'd balance this with reasonable spending on things that improve productivity or health because a millionaire blueprint isn't about sacrifice but sustainable growth. Reinvesting profits is another critical factor. When a side hustle or investment starts generating returns, I'd resist the urge to spend it all. Instead, I'd funnel most of it back into scaling the income stream, whether by marketing, upgrading equipment, or diversifying into new ventures. This compounding effect accelerates wealth building, turning small gains into significant assets. Over time, accountability mechanisms keep the whole plan honest and actionable. I'd create regular check-ins with myself, weekly or monthly reviews of progress against goals. During these sessions, I'd assess what worked, what didn't, and adjust strategies accordingly. Sometimes plans need to pivot based on market changes or personal circumstances, and being flexible but consistent is the key. If possible, I'd also find an accountability partner, a friend, mentor, or coach who can offer honest feedback, encouragement, and hold me responsible. Sharing goals publicly or with close circles can increase commitment, because social accountability is a powerful motivator. I'd keep detailed records of all financial transactions, business metrics, and investment performance. This data-driven approach allows me to make informed decisions rather than guessing. For example, if a particular income stream underperforms consistently, I'd analyze why and decide whether to improve it or reallocate resources. Conversely, if something exceeds expectations, I'd double down on it. Risk management is part of the plan too. I'd ensure I have an emergency fund to cover unexpected expenses so that I don't have to derail investments or business growth. During tough times, diversification within investments reduces exposure to volatility, and insurance can protect valuable assets.